Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dano. I'm making a follow-up video to the video that I made yesterday about the kid falling into the cage this past weekend, the gorilla cage. Now it had escalated. It has escalated. Another video I showed that they were, well, I didn't show the petition, but thousands of fucking white people signed this fucking petition to have criminal charges brought up on the parents. Mind you, one of the parents wasn't even there. I also showed you the page yesterday on Facebook how these evil, racist fucking white people, who I'm not surprised they're doing this shit, but they made a Facebook page posting the personal information of the family members, which is absolutely fucking disgusting. I'm not surprised. I'm just disgusted. And I'm upset because if this were a white family, like it has been many times before, they would not have tried to put charges on the family. Now, they aren't saying what type of charges are being put on this family because they're trying to say they're doing an investigation or a review to see what type of charges they can bring up on the family. But, you know, the talk has been that they're trying to pull up, like trying to trump up some negligence charges on the woman. So it really has nothing to do with the killing. The charges of the gorilla is going to be more of the charges of the parents not allowing their kid to get into the thing, but, you know, the parent, I guess, not keeping a good eye on your kid. The woman was there. Witnesses said that the woman was there with multiple children, and when one child, a 3-year-old boy, had got into the gorilla's enclosure, she was attending to other children. That happens. People aren't perfect. Humans aren't made. We don't have clones to where we can multitask and handle all of our kids at the same time. Because I think she was there with like 3 other children or 4 other children. I'm not sure. But people are trying to put all the blame on the mother, which isn't right, because 50% of the blame does go on the mother. Yeah, she is responsible for her child. But you can't trump up negligence charges on her just because that happened. There's been many times before. You can easily find it with Google searches where this same incident happened again. Happened before, but the gorilla wasn't killed. With a little white girl who fell into the gorilla enclosure. This has happened many times with white kids. Oops, not over my cup. Where white kids have fell into animal enclosures, and yet there was never any fucking charges, you know, put on the parent for like negligence or anything like that. But now, since thousands of fucking white people petitioned to have charges put on this woman, now there's a criminal investigation going on with the family of the boy who fell into the gorilla enclosure. You know, it just makes me sick because, and I'm not surprised, but most of the people were worried about the damn gorilla than they are the little boy. And that's just, I mean, that's absolutely disgusting. And what makes me even more sick, like I mentioned yesterday, are the black people who buy into this shit. Say, oh yeah, fuck the little boy, it's all about the gorilla. Because they have that white boy mentality. And like I said, white people, they're fucking animals. They really are. I don't give a fuck if you're a white person, you watch my page. It's the truth. You guys are part Neanderthal, which is a demonic gene. That's an unhuman demonic gene that came from the fallen angels. If you look in the Bible, if you read the Bible, you will see that the descendants of the fallen angels had white skin, just like fucking white people. So, yeah, but anyways, white people are fucking disgusting, evil. As a collective, white people are the most evil, disgusting fucking people on the face of this planet. I mean, they really are. Especially the Anglo whites. They are the most destructive, evil people. They're more concerned about the damn dead gorilla than they are the kid. Now, yeah, it's sad. Like I said before, it's sad that the gorilla had to be killed. But the zookeeper, or whoever the hell he was, he thought it was necessary. He thought that was a necessary step to kill the gorilla to save the child. Because if you watch the video, you've seen that the gorilla sat on the child. He pulled the child through the water a couple times, damn near drowning him. So the zookeeper thought that it was best to put the gorilla down to get the child. You know, and it just makes me sick that, just the society and how they are able to pull up charges on her. But when black boys, black girls, black women men are being shot down the street, Hispanic men, like the Hispanic boy who was shot out in California a couple years ago for having a damn BB gun, there was no real criminal investigation on the police officer who committed that crime. They said that it was a little young Mexican boy with a BB gun they thought was real. They killed him. End of story. And that's just despicable. So what I'm trying to say is that black people, stop putting your trust into this fucking system, because you're not going to get any fucking justice in this injustice society. The society has never been here for us. It was not made for us. This is not fucking FUBU. This is not for us, by us. So we have to understand that this society is not here for us, and we can't be so fucking surprised. I'm not surprised, like I said. Neither should you. If you're a black person who's been living in the United States for your whole fucking life, and you're over the age of 16, you should not be surprised. You should not be surprised at all, especially with all the shit that has been happening over the years. And this is nothing new. This is nothing new at all. This is the same thing as Emmett Till. Where Emmett Till, and see, a lot of people have to understand this whole killing black people and seeing black lives as being nothing. This is nothing new. This has been around forever. Like I said, back in the 60s when Emmett Till was killed, the people who murdered him, the racist white supremacists that murdered him, got away with it. And the judge said I'm paraphrasing, but he said that he would not arrest a white man. He would not pull charges up on a white man for killing a nigger. So this system has always been like this. We need to stop relying on this fucking system. Blacks, we need to start forming our own fucking coalitions like we did in the 70s, 60s and 70s, like the Black Panther Party and stuff like that, and pull to ourselves, because we're not going to get any fucking justice in this system. That's why I hate this fucking society. If anything, pull away from this fucking society. Start trying to build your own fucking business, your own brand, so you can move away from this bullshit, because, this system isn't here for us black people. And black people, you have to realize that shit. Stop thinking, and this is what really makes me sick, is when our people still want to mingle with these people. Oh, nah, she's a good white girl, so that's why I mess with her. Man, fuck that shit, man. Because all you're doing is just causing confusion. That child is going to be fucking confused. Especially if you turn. And see, that's the problem. Some brothers who come into the truth, or who are awoken, they have this problem with their child or with their baby mom, because they're like, yeah, man, I want to be for my people, but at the same time, I got a white woman, so what am I supposed to do? And it's just so much chaos. Pull away from fucking white people. That's what we need to do. And if you're with a white person in today's society, you're just a fucking blind, stupid ass coon. Especially with all the bullshit going on. But if you love white people, fucking mix with them. Tell your kids to mix with them, because I don't want that type of self-hatred, confusion with my people. Go away. That's all I can say to you fucking coons, you fucking clowns. Man. Yeah, our ancestors, I know they are fucking despised with most of our people today, because we're just blind, man. But the good thing is that a lot of our people are waking up to this fucked up society, to where this society is more worried about a fucking gorilla's life than a fucking child's life. And the funny thing is if you notice the first couple of days, because like I said in another video, I initially thought that the kid was white. I mean, just from this picture right here, you really can't tell that the child was white or black, really. That's what I meant to say. You can't really tell the child was black. But it wasn't until the video came out that people seen that the child was black. And then that's when all the hatred started rolling in. Because if you notice, the first couple days where the video went viral, people weren't saying anything. But then when they found out who the mother was and they found out the race of the boy, they went crazy. And that just shows you the double standards of white people, not just here in the United States, but around the world. Because this is trending all around the world. White people are bringing up their little evil, true racist spirit all around the world. It's not just America. So, yeah, and I just thought that was so funny that, the first couple days when they didn't know the race of the boy, it was like, oh, poor kid. But now since they found out that the child is black, it's like, oh yeah, stupid, they should have killed that damn chimp instead of the gorilla, and Put charges on her mother, poor Harambe, blah 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 blah. All this bullshit, man. But this is the society that we live in. This is the racist society we live in. And I'm not surprised. And if you are surprised, you need to wake the fuck up because you're still sleeping. And I can tell you that shit is gonna pop off very soon. And you black people need to prep for it, man. You need to prep for it because these racist fuckboy whites are. And it's funny because a couple years ago, I used to live up north, and I used to live by this pawn shop every fucking Saturday. Every Saturday, it'd be this long ass fucking line outside of the pawn shop. Most of those people were there, well, damn near all those people were there to buy guns, and they were all white, coming into a black neighborhood to buy guns. Yeah. So you black people, you need to wake the fuck up. There's a lot of black people waking up, getting ready, but still, those docile blacks, you need to wake the fuck up because if you don't, your ass will get left behind, and you definitely ain't working with us. Especially if you're on that coonish shit. You're gonna be one of the first people on the fucking line of fire. I'm not even joking. But anyways, man, I mean, it's really despicable, man. And it's just so funny how things escalated, and how these fucking white people petitioned. Because it's funny, because this is not the first time people have petitioned for anything. People have petitioned for many blacks who have been killed by cops, for the cops to have some type of trial or charges put against them. And a lot of times it doesn't even happen, because if you think that the ones that we see in the media are the only black killings that are going on, no, you're dead wrong. There are way more that go under the radar and have no justice at all. That's why most of the times when you hear about these black people being shot and you hear about the trials, most of these trials happen, and most of these news release these stories about a year or two later. You read a story like, oh my god, somebody else just got shot. You look at the date of when the person got shot, you're like, oh, this happened back in 2013? Yeah, so, but I'm not surprised. This society is fucked up. My brother had posted on here, and see, even my brother, it's funny because my brother, he's one of those people who were kind of sleeping for a long time, in denial about race and stuff, because most of his friends were white growing up. Well, most of his friends were black, but he went to a school that was white, black, whatever. And he had a lot of white friends. He even had white co-workers. But now he's starting to get more bold because this shit is ridiculous. Because this racism is starting to become more bold. It's funny because I've been telling people for years, racism hasn't went anywhere. And like I said before in my other video, I'm glad that white people in the United States were a different type of white people from the people in Latin America. Because Latin America, they're so docile, and the whole race thing isn't as big as it is here in the United States. Even though there's a lot of racism in Latin America, there are white people mixed with them. Here in the United States, our white people didn't mix with us, and I'm glad about that because it keeps us grounded. We know who hates us. We know who our enemies are. You know what I'm saying? But it's unfortunate, like I said before, it's unfortunate because there's always going to be, there's going to be sacrifices. There's going to be casualties. But at least we know who the enemy are, and when the time comes, they have no excuse. They have no excuse why we will have our retribution on them. But yeah, like I said, more and more people are waking up, and that's a good thing. More of our people are waking up. Some people may say, oh, well, there's good white people out there too. Well, like it says in the Bible, the son will pay, well, I'm paraphrasing it, the sons will pay for the sins of their father. So, tough luck, because right now we're paying for the sins of our father. Blacks and Hispanics of Native American and Negro descent, they're paying for the sins of their fathers. And we ain't getting it easy, so they're not going to get it easy too, even the good white people. Who knows? In the kingdom of heaven, when Yahweh set up the New Jerusalem and we reign for 1,000 years and we have them as the other nations as our servants and our handmaids, who knows? You may be able to treat that slave a little bit nicer. Because just like in this society, the white man's kingdom, the evil kingdom, which the kingdom of the world that is inherited by the wicked that the Bible speak of, which is the white man, and everybody knows that. In this world, they did the same thing with slaves. here in the United States. They have their favorite slaves, and they have their slaves they really didn't like that much. Well, when we get to the kingdom, your nice white boy, girl, whoever the hell she is, maybe she'll be your little handmaid or something like that. You get to treat her a little bit nicer than the other slaves. But still, at the end of the day, we're going to gather them as a potter's vessel, and we're going to dash them to pieces. So that's just what it is. People, wake the fuck up. If you are African American or Native American or Hispanic, Latino, Native American or Negro descent, you need to wake the fuck up, because you are really Israelites. Every day there's more and more proof to show that you are Israelites. In the Bible, it shows that you are Israelites. Archaeology, the earth that the Bible talks about, the earth will open up. That is talking about the archaeology, of the Bible. I'm going to pull that up. Well, I'm not going to pull it up right now, but I'm going to show you guys later scriptures. But when you look at the archaeology and the ancient portraits and even the hieroglyphics in Egypt, you see that the Israelites were black people. Same thing with the Egyptians, black people. So, those little races, they can say all they want, but hey, the evidence or the proof is there. You know what I'm saying? If you want to fly your ass away over to ancient Egypt and you want to see it yourself, you go over to Israel and go and look at all the ancient medieval paintings of the black rulers and the Israelites. Go ahead, do that. But anyways, that's all I have to say. White people, you prove your racism again. You prove your racism, your wickedness to the whole entire world again. So when retribution comes, you guys have no fucking excuse. And I'm glad that the Most High, brings these situations, because it just reaffirms it in our heart who the enemy is and how we're going to deal with them when the time comes. That's all I have to say. And you guys take care. Shalom. Kwam Yashala.